Hey.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome back, Misfits, and welcome back to a new episode. Today, we're continuing the conversation cards from the Daily Grace Co. Yeah.
Keep chatting.
Yeah, here we go. So, when you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
What do I want to be? I want to be a business person. No, I'm just kidding.
An astronaut, a fireman, a teacher.
What did I want to be as a kid? I don't remember.
No?
I don't remember what I wanted to be as a kid. Mom, do you remember? No.
Can I phone a friend?
Can I phone a friend? I'm trying to think. I remember what my sisters wanted to be.
Oh, that's helpful.
But that's not what I wanted to be.
Well, we're going to skip her for this round. And
you go and maybe you'll remember.
I always wanted to be a sports medicine, doctor. That's
since you were a kid?
Since I was a kid. You can ask my mom. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to be a sports medicine doctor. I don't think I knew what that was, but I liked sports so much that I was just like,
you just wanted to help the players?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I have no idea. I don't think I had an actual concept of what this job was.
Okay.
But that's, for some reason, that's what I wanted to do.
Okay.
Literally. I don't know why.
Yeah, no, I can't remember as a kid what I wanted to be. I just know when we did an 8th grade assessment or whatever, I just knew I wanted to do business. I'm like, what a lame 13-year-old.
Yeah.
But since then I was like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
So I don't know as a kid.
That's fine. Yeah.
I'll ask my mom later and be like,
please,
she remembers anything.
And then we'll add it to a different episode. But yeah, I wanted to be a sports medicine doctor. And then I think from that, I was in 8th grade and I took that little career quiz in that career class or whatever. And I think that's when I found, I don't know, I got all these results, but that's when I got interested in psychology.
Okay.
And that's when my life kind of took a turn and I'm into and doing and studying all the things that I am now. But cool. Sports medicine doctor was the start. I don't know how I got there, but
I don't know either.
Anyway.
I always liked math. So then I was like, oh, okay, business.
Right.
Somehow it just went there.
Yeah.
But as a kid, I don't remember. I remember I really liked singing, so maybe I wanted to be a singer.
Maybe.
I used to be really dramatic, too. So
we're going to answer this question in a different episode because she's not sure.
I'm not sure.
She's not sure. All right. So the deep-hearted question is, the Christian life is like a marathon that requires perseverance. What fuels you to continue?
Just being with God.
Yeah.
Heaven. Knowing that we're just going to spend eternity with him.
Yeah.
And just that promise of no suffering and just getting to be with Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that it is indeed a marathon. I think that there are many things that can fuel you while you're running the marathon, right? Because you can be fueled by your community, by a sermon, by the Bible. There's so many things that can fuel you. But I think what fuels me was that I have a purpose, right? And he put me on this earth because there is something that I need to do that no one else can do. And
that's good.
Because I'm not dead, that purpose has not been fulfilled.
Yeah.
And so that keeps me going because there's still something. Every time I wake up, I'm like, there's something that I need to do. There's something that I need to do. And it might not be this I think we can potentially make purpose a really big thing. Yeah. But as you're walking day to day, you have tasks for that day. They're God tasks, right? And this day, I need you to talk to this person. Tomorrow, I need you to do this. And then that compounds and leads you to your huge purpose, right? That he put you on this earth for. So, just knowing that I have a purpose and that I have to, if I'm still here, I still have to accomplish that and just walking in that every day.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. All right. What's on your nightstand?
What is on my nightstand? I have a water bottle, the book that I'm currently reading, a pen and a highlighter for the book that I'm currently reading, my glasses, because, we need those, and maybe my iPad, my phone, and my chargers and stuff. That's it.
That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's a big nightstand.
My nightstand. I don't keep much on my nightstand. I have just a clock. I have my phone and my charger. But my coffee table is my nightstand because that's where I do my nighttime, before before I go to bed.
Right.
So there, I have a book that I'm currently reading, or 2 or 3, depending on depending on the day.
Depending on the season.
My Bible, usually my iPad, and then I always have a color pencil because that's how I mark in my Bible. So
we literally have the same thing. You just have it in a different spot.
I just don't have glasses.
I have glasses. My eyes get fatigued.
I just split it because I cozy up on the couch, do my nighttime thing, and then I just go to my bed and sleep.
Yeah.
So anyway,
that's allowed. I'll accept that.
So
what's the? How is this? We're gonna get weird and deep.
Okay, this is our deep. When you are driving alone in your car, what thoughts instinctively tend to fill your mind?
I don't know. I guess it depends on what I'm going through that day or what I have to do that day or whatever. But typically, I'm usually listening to music or listening to a podcast or something. And then sometimes I pray in the car, so I'll just like not listen to anything and just talk to God in the car. But I don't know. There's not really like dominant thoughts that I have in the car. It just really depends on what's happening.
Yeah. I would say same. I don't tend to drive without something on. So usually it's music or a podcast.
Yeah.
I think I'm aware of like, if I'm going somewhere like work or whatever, just like keeping the peace, if that makes sense. Like I've never been like a road rage person, but I know that can easily become a thing, when you're driving. And so I've always just been overly like alert about that of other people driving crazy. And I'm just like, just be chill. You get there when you get there.
Right.
So that's it. That's all I can think of that I'm usually aware of. But as far as like thoughts, no, usually I fill them with like music or a podcast. So.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's not deeper.
Yeah, sorry about that. All right, if you could have an endless supply of any food, what would you choose? I already know my answer.
Go ahead.
Cookies and cream ice cream.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I want. Cookies and cream ice. Doesn't matter the brand. It can come in a box. It can come in a bowl. It could be dairy free.
Now, is this like also in the winter? Like it doesn't matter?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want
That's your
forever.
Your go-to.
That's all.
Interesting.
Yep.
I don't have an easy answer like that.
Yeah. Cookies and cream ice cream. Or if I had to choose like real food, and you're like, no, Fran, that's
like
not
a
real
meal.
Food. Mashed potatoes. Homemade mashed potatoes. That's it. That's all I want. Welcome to my weird brain, guys. That's it.
Just give me potatoes. Mashed potato.
That's all I would eat forever. Like every meal would be homemade mashed potatoes, and then for dessert I'd have ice cream. I'd just be sorely unhealthy.
Just treats and carbs.
Oh my god.
I can't think of anything like a snacky thing. All I can think of is pizza.
Yeah.
So I guess pizza.
Unlimited supply of pizza.
Because you can have different toppings and all that.
Yeah. They weren't specific with this question.
Yeah,
so
no, they weren't. So I'm going to swap them out.
Yeah.
And have different ones all the time.
Exactly. That's cool. That works.
But yeah.
All right. Let's see what the weird deep question is for this one. Because like, how do we go from food to the Bible? How has the local church helped you grow in your faith?
That's not related
They're not
at all.
Connected.
I think they just, which is fine,
So funny.
I don't think it's meant to be connected.
Yeah. I think we
made an assumption that
we did.
Especially with that first one, it kind of seemed like it went. So
yeah,
we just figured they all were, but they're not.
That was a mistake.
How has the local church
helped you grow in your faith?
Gosh, in a lot of ways, actually. But there's just a lot of opportunities for you to grow.
Yeah.
In our local church, and I think they're very flexible and just available. And so that's helped me. I am introverted and just have a hard time, but I think them just having a lot of different options and letting you know, like, hey, wherever you're comfortable, like
you can still flourish.
You can still grow. Yeah. And so, I like that there's a lot of different programs, a lot of different ministries you can go into, a lot of different ways that you can give back and serve without feeling like you're doing something you don't want to do.
Yeah.
And so I feel like the leadership in the church is just very open and forward and always very God-centered in everything that's done. So that's encouraging to me in things that I participate in. So
yeah, I think that for me, how has my church helped me grow in my faith? I think it's been mostly, there's a lot of things, right? This can be a very complicated answer with many
Right.
parts. But I think for me, primarily has been because of the community.
Yes.
And just being surrounded by people that are like on the same journey that I am spiritually, but also being surrounded by people that are further along in their journey spiritually, and looking at them and seeing what they do and learning from them.
Yeah.
Learning how they go through storms, how they handle stress, how they handle their family, you know, how they raise their kids, and just being able to see people that have been walking with God a lot longer. And that's encouraging to me, and that's been really, really helpful. I think just just finding community, because I didn't have community before I got to my local church. So that's been very impactful in my life.
Yeah. All right, my turn. Right. If they made a movie of your life, which actor would you want to play you?
Dang, I don't know. I don't know who I look like.
You have to look like them. I guess they do.
The only thing that occurred to me was like actresses with like curly hair, and the only actress that jumped into my head was like Julia Roberts.
I thought you were gonna say Felicity. Like,
no, because I never watched that show, so I don't
didn't
really
either,
know her
but
at all.
I just know.
But she does have curly hair. But like, yeah, that's all I can think of. I can think of Julia Roberts, and then for some reason, like I really love Barbara Streisand. She popped into my head too.
how is she gonna play you?
I don't know, man. I'm an old soul. Okay, I love Barbara. We love Barbara. Memories. Okay, we love Barbara.
No,
Taking it back.
she's a blonde white lady.
She is, but I love her. My movie would be a musical. So
Yeah,
I need
that's true. I guess
somebody
you
that
need
can
someone
sing.
who can sing and has done that before.
Yeah, that was a terrible answer, but I'm gonna stick with it because I can't think of anything else.
Gosh. Yeah, I'm kind of stuck in the like, who looks like you? I don't know. But I like America Ferrera.
She's good.
So, and we're close in age, so I'm sure she can get curly hair.
Yeah,
That's a thing. She can get a perm or something.
that's fine. That works.
So,
Good answer.
Yeah, we'll go with
Sticking to it.
her. All right, deep here. What are some things you do to help you get into God's word more consistently?
Oh, okay.
That's a good
question. For me, it's having structure. So having a plan. I'm not one of those people that just sits down. It's like, oh, today I'm going to read this. I don't operate that way in any facet of my life typically.
I want to get there though, but I'm not there.
Yeah, not right now. So like just having a plan, having a Bible study that interests me, or having some sort of tool that helps me dive deeper into the Bible, and not necessarily having the plan tell me what to do in regards to like having to read the book, right? It's just like, this week we're going to go through Genesis, and it's like, that's all I need. That's all the direction I need. And then I just dive into Genesis on my own.
It helps you like...
Yeah, and then I get into the Bible and I read my commentary and all these things. But I think you just want having the desire and asking God for the desire to just know him better and speak to him, because it is a living word, right? And wanting to do it, right? And asking God, if you don't have the desire, just asking God to help you, give you the desire to read it. But I'm really, and I have been thankfully just consistently really into reading my Bible and just learning more. I crave to understand it. And I crave to know names and people and stories, and I want to know how they intertwine, and just like dissecting the whole thing. And that's what I'm doing right now. But having a plan, having a something to tell me what to read that day, and then I got it. I got it from there.
Yeah. Similar, I guess, answer, because I like that too. Just having, and not necessarily like feeling like I have to do exactly what it says that day, but just knowing that I have some kind of structure to like what I'm reading next. I like having that. I also like having a book that I'm reading. So those times when I'm not necessarily maybe reading the Bible directly, but this book will help me to direct me to parts of the Bible, if that makes sense.
That's a good idea, yeah.
So, if you're talking about, different types of books, they'll mention different verses or different stories of the Bible, and that kind of helps you direct, like, which part of the Bible you're reading. And I like doing that as well.
That's helpful. All right, so next one is, what is one favorite thing you do by yourself?
Oh.
That you just enjoy doing by yourself?
Cooking.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Not too many chefs in the kitchen. Get out.
I enjoy doing it by myself.
Yeah.
I don't mind if other people would be there, but it's something I like doing on my own, and it's fun and relaxing, and I can do whatever I want.
Yeah. True.
So,
Yeah,
Yeah, that's my answer.
You're like, that's my answer. I'm sticking to it. What is one thing I like to do by myself? I don't know. I spend a lot of time by myself.
Yeah, right? It's hard.
So I like me. You know, we hang. She and I hang.
We do all sorts of things.
We do all sorts of things. But I can't think of one thing that I like to do by myself. It's just I can't think because I don't like to cook. You know.
So what's one thing you do that you like?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Listen, let me give an answer because this is weird. And it's just like, I do everything by myself. So it's like no answer. I like to watch. So The Sound of Music, which I've mentioned before, is my favorite movie. And I like to watch that movie. I like to watch all musicals. Like, I just like to watch them by myself. I can watch them with other people, but typically I just find just pure joy watching them by myself because I sing the whole time.
And I want no judgment.
Like The Sound of Music, I'll just be talking as they're talking because I know the entire movie front to back. So that's something that I enjoy doing by myself because there's no one looking at me weird and judging me as I'm like belting grease out of the top of my lungs. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
That's my answer. I'm sticking to it.
Okay.
All right.
I like it.
Deep question. How have you grown in Christ-likeness this past year?
I'll kind of go back to or piggyback off an answer from earlier, but just being obedient to like what he's been telling me and guiding me. I'm not trying to do things so much like what I think I should do, but definitely coming to God and being like, what do I need to do next? Yeah. And I don't know how more to expand on that, but just in obedience, just sticking more to what is the word saying I need to do and praying about it and just trusting that he's going to guide me to the next thing. And it's been hard, but it's also been one of those things where I see his hand moving in my life. Yeah. Yeah.
I think for me, it's been really being intentional about building more relationships with people, friends specifically, and like female friends specifically, and just being more intentional about spending more time with like developing these relationships and just literally, it sounds stupid, but just making time because I'm not innately that person because I have things to do, bro. You know what I mean? Let's go get coffee. I got homework. No, let's go do this. So like actually making time and structuring my life in a way that I can make time for people and I can like, okay, let me not do this right now because it's not super important. This person needs someone to talk to, right?
Yeah.
Or I haven't seen this person in a week. Let me make time to build on this friendship.
Yeah.
And just putting my little task-minded brain and task-minded heart aside and putting people first and loving people like God loves people and seeing people like Jesus loves people because it's very difficult for me. So that's what I've been intentionally working on.
Yeah, it's good.
Trying to be like God because Jesus loved people.
Yeah,
he just loved people. He stopped for all sorts of people. I have a problem stopping for people. Like, hey, can you help me? I'm like, ooh, but I have to go do
busy.
This. Ooh, I guess I can. I can, So that's what I've been doing.
And that's like taking a conscious effort.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
definitely.
That's good. Okay. What's the most random thing in your purse or wallet?
The most random thing in my purse or wallet. I have tweezers in there. Just in case I have like a stray eyebrow hair.
Just an emergency.
Yeah, just an emergency pair of tweezers, because usually, and you know this because you're a woman, you'll be looking in the mirror, everything looks fine. You'll get in the car in daylight, and you're like, whoa.
It like
where did that hair come from? And then you can just pluck it. Yeah, so a random pair of tweezers.
All right.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Makes me think maybe I should be doing that because I had that situation today.
Yeah.
No one look at my eyebrows, please. I was going to say lipstick. And I'll say that because it's random because I don't use lipstick. Mm-hmm. So I don't know why I have it. No, but it's random. In my wallet. For emergencies?
Yeah, you never know.
I have no idea. Like I wear lipstick like 3 times a year. Mm-hmm. I mean, chapstick makes sense.
Chapstick is daily.
It's essential, but...
Minute by minute.
I remember looking at my wallet like this weekend sometime. And I remember like, why do I have this in here?
Why is that in there?
So that's a random thing I have in there.
Okay. That counts. That's fair.
I don't have a purpose for it.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway, okay, going a little deep. We'll end with this one, right? How do you define success?
Oh, wow.
No pressure. No pressure.
Mind you, we still have like 6 cards left, so she could have picked another question. She's like, let's end on this. How do you define success? I think that success is... success is it's like so different for so many people. But I think that if I am walking with God and I am walking in purpose and I am aligned with my Father and my Creator, then that's it. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm, because I can't, you know, there's all these things. We were just talking about, like off mic, we were just talking about Ecclesiastes and how King Solomon was just like, everything is dust and nothing matters. And in a sense, you know, like your job, like all of these things that are just worldly, they can change, you know, like you can lose your job tomorrow. Something can happen to your car, like all these like material things. Something can just shift at a drop of a hat. And I think just success to me in this season right now is being obedient, being aligned with God, and being able to be trusted by Him with whatever it is that He wants me to do. That's, if I'm doing that, I'm successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll second that. And I'll say kind of being in alignment with God and just knowing that you're fulfilling what He's putting in your life.
Yeah.
And being at peace with it. I think having peace from God is, like, for me, it's a huge sign of success that I'm on the right path.
Right.
So kind of like what you said, there could be a lot of things that aren't going right, you know, superficially, you can say. But if I have peace with what God is telling me and guiding me, like, to me, that's good. I'm on the right path and I'm doing what He wants me to do. Like, He's, you know, so yeah.
Yeah. So we hope you enjoyed this episode. We're going to leave it right here. We hope that you enjoyed this like different episode. It's just a little bit lighthearted. And again, these cards are conversation cards for Bible study from the Daily Grace Co. They will be linked in the show notes. We hope that you enjoyed this episode and
got to know us a little bit.
Yeah, got to know us a little better. Yeah. And we just want to make sure that although we are providing value and providing information to you, that you kind of get to know us better. And as always, we thank you for listening. We thank you for, if you've rated our podcast on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify, we're grateful to you as well.
Thank you.
Thank you for all the people that continue to reach out and comment on our Instagram. If you need anything, please DM us on Instagram, follow us on Instagram, and send us an email. And we will be happy to get back to you.
Yes.
As always, this is Fran.
This is Yadi.
We are the Midtown Misfits, and we will see you next week.
Peace.
Bye.